Hi everyone, welcome to Golden Eagle IAS. In this video, we will be seeing Ajanta and Ellora caves, their paintings, art and culture. This is relevant to UPSC, TNPSC, especially in UPSC, TNPSC also, preliminary and mains examination. These both topics are relevant. In the end of the video, I'll be providing 4 preliminary questions and 1 mains question for your practice, and I'll give you guidance how to solve these questions also. Okay, let's move on to the topic. Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves, which was located in the Sahyadri ranges of southern India, especially Western Ghats, in Bagra river near Aurangabad in Maharashtra. Okay. One more fact you have to remember was the vivid account details or how these paintings or caves came to everyone. The details was given by Fahian and Huan Swang, who visited Fahian visited during the Chandragupta II reign. Chandragupta Gupta. You have to remember Gupta dynasty. Huan Swang, Harshavardhana. Why I was saying Harshavardhana, Gupta, those Fahian time period, Huan Swang time period. Na preliminary questions can be asked based on this time period. Foreign travelers related to the particular kings. Okay. If you move on to paintings, this painting is called Batmapani. In this painting, Lord Buddha holding a lotus flower with half closed eyes. This is one of the famous painting. Why I was saying this painting, the question can be asked. Batnapani painting was located in Bagh caves. It is an incorrect statement. One more thing you have to remember, the paintings was outlined with red color and the absence of blue color. Why absence of blue color? Not this particular painting. Entire paintings of Ajanta caves, there is no blue color. This is one more fact. Okay. Another important thing you have to keep in mind, they gave UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1983 for Ajanta caves. These caves are located during the constructed during the period of 200 BC to 650 AD. Out of 29 caves, 25 caves were viharas, 4 caves were chaityas. Vihara and Chaitya in Buddhism, Vihar, it's a resting place of monks and nuns. Chaitya, you remember as chanting. Chaitya, chanting. So prayer halls of monks and nuns. Already told you the paintings were made of fresco method. What is fresco method? Fresco is a painting technique that involves painting with a water based paint directly onto the wet plaster, so that the paint becomes an integral part of the plaster. Okay, already told you outline was red color, absence of blue color. Those things I gave you the facts. It is called as masterpiece of Buddhist religious art because there is a pictorial tales of Arya Shura's Jatakamala, and these paintings were developed under the patronage of various kings because around 200 BC to 650 AD there is a huge period, huge gap. So not a single dynasty can't give entire paintings or like rocket cave they can't create. So there is different dynasties, different kings, especially Vakataka kings, Harisena, court poet, then Satavahana, Chalukyas. Another important fact you have to remember, Ajanta caves have both Theravada means Hinayana, and Mahayana Buddhistic images and sculptures. I already told you why Hinayana was present because it was from 200 BC to 650 AD. First AD, afterwards only Hinayana Buddhism was going downward, and Mahayana Buddhism started to appear in the world. So obviously Hinayana Buddhistic arts and architecture will be present in Ajanta caves because statements can be asked. It is related to Mahayana Buddhism, not related to Hinayana Buddhism, but it is related to both Mahayana and Hinayana. You know the difference between Mahayana and Hinayana, right? Mahayana and Hinayana. What is the difference? Mahayana is called as greater vehicle. Hinayana is called as lesser vehicle. You just remember as easy way, less people was following Hinayana Buddhism, so lesser vehicle. Mahayana, more people are following Mahayana Buddhism, so it is called as greater vehicle. What is the basic difference? Mahayana Buddhism, they considered Buddha as a god. Okay, so they need some idol to worship. But in Hinayana Buddhism, Buddha is just a human being. Okay, while teaching about Buddhism, I'll give you entire details about Buddhist ideologies and how Buddha created Buddhism and all. This is enough for this Ajanta caves. Then out of this Hinayana and Mahayana dominate here. Okay, obviously Mahayana dominate everywhere. Then some famous paintings. I'll give you some example of famous painting. This painting is called as Naha King and his consort, which was located in cave number 19. This was the Jataka tales. Jataka. Okay. Jataka tales were famous in Ajanta caves. Jataka tales is nothing simply but Krishna tales, you remember, right? In Hinduism there is a different stories based on the different avatars of Krishna. Same goes for Buddha also. The Jataka tales giving the birth, rebirth, and the life story of Buddha, that is called as Jataka tales. The images depicting the Jataka tales are located in Ajanta caves. The famous one was the Mahaparinirvana of Buddha, located in cave number 26. Mahaparinirvana of Buddha, you have to remember this also. Okay, then we move on to Ellora cave. Ellora caves were just, this was also in Maharashtra only, but just 100 kilometers away from Ajanta cave. Okay, total 34 caves. Out of 34 caves, 7 were Brahmanical, 12 were Buddhist, 5 were Jain. Because, so you can say it is a secular cave structure, right? Because if you take Ajanta, they are predominantly Buddhist. Predominantly Buddhist means they are not entirely Buddhist. Some Indra images, some Brahmanical images was there, but 99.99% they are Buddhist caves, not a secular cave. But if you take a Ellora, they are secular cave. They have Buddhism, Jainism and Hinduism also. Okay, just remember the thing, because the statement can be asked in a way: Ellora caves are entirely Brahmanical, or Ajanta caves, the paintings and rock cut architecture were secular in nature. Both statements are wrong. Okay, you have to remember the fact. This temple, I'll show you in the next image. These temples and monasteries extended over 2 kilometers were dug. This is the ground surface. Dug by side in the wall of high basalt cliff. The structures were excavated out of vertical face of Chandragiri hills. Okay, out of in this Ellora temples, Kailash temple was very very famous one. If you take time of development, this time of Ellora caves was around 5th to 11th centuries AD. 5th to 11th century means obviously Ajanta was 2nd to 650 AD, so it was younger version of Ajanta caves. So which one is the older? The statement can be asked: Ajanta caves are younger than Ellora caves. It's an incorrect statement. Then this one also given as World Heritage Site certificate. Famous one, Kailash Nath temple, which was in cave number 16. I'll show you the image in a later point. The Kailash temple was built during the Rashtrakuta monarch of Krishna I. And one more famous one was Ravana shaking Mount Kailash. If you take these images, first one was Vishwakarma cave. This cave is called Vishwakarma cave. Vishwakarma cave. This Vishwakarma cave showing Buddha idol. In this Buddha idol, this is also called as Carpenter cave. Okay, in this Buddha idol, Buddha was seated in a mudra, holding a mudra called Vyakhyana mudra. Okay, obviously Vyakhyana mudra surrounded with the Bodhi tree. Okay, surrounded with the Bodhi tree. It is a Chaitya hall. Chaitya already told you, chanting, prayer hall. This is Ravan Ki Vav, not Rani Ki Vav. This is Ravan Ki Vav. This was cave number 14. Another famous one was Dasavdar cave. Dasavdar cave was in cave number 15. Dasavdar means just different avatars of Lord Krishna, Vaishnavism. Because Ellora caves, the dominance goes to Brahmanical, not Buddham, not Jainam. Okay. We want to model prelims question. Which of the following are true about Ajanta wall painting? Few cave paintings in Ajanta are influenced by Vengi and Vidarbha sculptures. Correct statement. Only extreme statement. Individual natural colors. No. There is different colors were used in Ajanta. Because in Ajanta paintings, various skin colors like brown, yellowish brown, greenish, yellow ochre represent a multicolor population. Okay. So obviously it's an incorrect statement. Third, dying princess painting from Jataka tales seen in Ajanta cave. This is a correct statement because the dying princess in a cave number 15 painted during 5th century AD illustrate the scenes of Jataka tale. Okay. So answer is 1 and 3. While using the extreme statement itself, you can remove the statement and give it as correct answer. Next question. In Ajanta paintings, themes are from life of Buddha, Jataka, Avantas. Already I give you the explanation. So answer is all the above. Next question. Buddha visit Kapilavastha after enlightenment is best of which of the following? Answer is Ajanta. I'll give you the explanation. Especially in paintings of Ajanta in cave number 17 represents Buddha visit to the door of Yashodhara above in the city of Kapilavastha, while she herself has come out of her son Rahula to meet the great king. You already know Yashoda, she is a wife of Buddha. Rahula, that was his son. So they both come and visit Buddha and they meet Buddha in Kapilavishtu. The particular image, the scenery was located in Ajanta, cave number 17. Okay. The next question, consider the following statement. Ajanta paintings include few Brahmanical figures along with Jaina paintings are iconographic interest. Then Hindu divinity Indra flying amid clouds is adapted in Ajanta paintings. This is correct because maybe 99.9% was Ajanta was Buddhism, but Indra flying with amid colors was located in Ajanta. This is a statement you have to remember. Okay, so this is a correct statement. But Ajanta painting include few Brahmanical figures. It's incorrect one. This is the statement related to Ellora caves. The answer is only 2. Next we move on to mains question. Discuss the evolution of rocket architecture in India. Evolution of rocket architecture keyword was discussed, then keyword was examined. Why the cave number 16 of Ellora cave is considered as epitome of rocket architecture? I already told you cave number 16. What is cave number 16? Kailash temple. So how you can answer the question? You have to just first understand the question, then what is the key demand of the question? Explain brief the various stages of rocket architecture. What is the directive word? Discuss and examine. You know the difference between discuss and examine, right? Discuss means you have to discuss the various stages of rocket architecture, the religious significance, then evaluation of the design. Those things you have to discuss it. For examine, you have to examine like autopsy of postmortem or dead body. Okay, you have to examine. The Kailash temple of Ellora is considered as one of the epitome. Why? You have to examine it. Okay, so how you structure your answer? First, introduction. How you will give the introduction? Architecture differs from traditional buildings in many ways. The rocket architecture is more similar to sculpture than architecture. Like that, you have to give some definition of rocket architecture comparing to modern day temples or old day temples. You just have to compare it with history or modern. Give a vivid picture about rocket architecture. That is introduction. Body. What? How do you give it as body? How you will start it? You go from ancient history. The Bhimbetka caves and Mauryan era Barabar caves, you emphasize the fact how the Mauryan rule caves were evolved the period of time to Ajanta. Okay, then the temple architecture where rocket architecture formed the first stage of temple construction in both Dravida and Nagara style. You mingle the Dravida and Nagara style of architecture with rocket architecture. If you take Tamil Nadu also, initially Mamalla period and Narasimha group was started with rocket architecture in Mamallapuram. Then only you came Kailashnath temple of Kanchi and temple architecture evolved in Dravida style. Okay, you need not to go that much. You just have to link it with temple architecture and rocket architecture. That is for discuss because we are going to say the evaluation of rocket architecture. How the rocket architecture evolved? Rocket architecture evolved into temple architecture. Then examine. How you examine? Why Kailasa temple is considered as epitome? In there, you have to remember Kailasha temple was built during the Rashtrakuta period of Krishna I. Why there is architectural brilliance? You just have to remember. I show you the image, right? How they carve out of the land inside. You have to make that point. Then Kailashnath temple, which deity they located? Lord Shiva. Then obviously there is a epics of Ramayana and Mahabharata paintings was located in Kailashnath temple. Those things you have to give. Then the divine musicians and Gandharvas, those sculptures were there. Just those are all stories, but you just have to manage it. Okay. Conclusion. How you give it as a conclusion? These are all the rich heritage of Indian architectural brilliance. This shows the evolution of India during the ancient and medieval India or ancient India. You just give it as conclusion like that. I think so that is sufficient for preliminary and mains exam perspective. Thank you for watching the video. I hope everyone get enough information for Ajanta and Ellora caves. Thank you. Do subscribe our channel. Okay.